Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again, and today I bring you a Neeko deck. 2 days ago we showcased Netherly, yesterday was Poro King, and today is Neeko's turn for us to showcase all 3 of the new champions. And today's deck list is gonna be Neeko with Freljord playing Warden of the Tribes. This is the pure way that Riot intended for you to play Neeko. Actually go for all the tags and all the tribes, and they just have these big units on the field. This is the true way to play Neeko, not that dirty Neeko Kayle bird deck that Sunny posted. I'm watching you, Sunny. That's not a Neeko deck. Anyways, so here we have Neeko Freljord, and this list I got it from a player called Yato in the European server. I believe is where I found his list, or their list, sorry. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. You're just gonna play Neeko. You have a lot of different tribal units, and then eventually you get to buff all of them up with your ferocious fluffs or you're Warden of the Tribes, and just push lethal damage into the opponent. So yeah, hope you enjoy the games coming up soon, and if you do, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. I'll see you at the end of the video for some mulligan tips and in-depth breakdown. Enjoy the games. In this match, we're going against Karma Sett. This is not great for us, because ideally we want to go to like a late game situation, right, with that Warden of the Tribes. Maybe keeping the elixir is correct, so it allows my Neeko to actually attack. It's gonna be very obvious if I play Neeko on turn 2, though. I guess we can just play her, right? We can just drop her. I need to make my selection fast. I need to make my selection fast so that the opponent thinks that this is something else, right? This is pretty good because it also means that the opponent is less likely to kill the young construct. I think it's an actual young construct. We can give it the Darking Spear too. I'm good with this. Play Omen Hawk and I still have enough for a Elixir of Iron. We could go for the Deck Hunter, but I think I like the Omen Hawk. I think I want to get these units that are bigger now rather than later, right? We can play the Deck Hunter, and if we get something that's 2 costs or less, also play it. Yeah, I like the Deck Hunter here, and just... we don't get anything that's 2 or less, though. The Yodel, the Portal Scholar... The Portal Scholar is not bad. The Dragon is not bad either. Maybe the Scholar is better just because it gives me access to the Portal. The Dragon is really good though at removing the opponent's units. I'll keep the Dragon for now. So I'll attack with the cat and the bird. And that will get me to 3 out of 6. This will be 4. The opponent is never going to kill this junk construct because they think it's an actual junk construct, right? This could potentially let me kill like a set. That's why I kind of like the idea of this. Why play this now? Why play that now? I'm confused. This is great because I don't have to commit the dragon just yet. I don't know the point of playing those coins right there. Yeah, so we can go glacial. That's unfortunate because we already have the junk construct, right? So we'll go dragon. Okay, why do it here? Huh? Why if after all this time you're gonna try to kill it now? I mean, we have a second Neeko, and we can actually go for the shape splitter too.
Coin buys drink or news. I've got both.
Maybe just let's bait the opponent into thinking that we really don't have Neeko anywhere else. Like, they're still not gonna kill this because I think they still think that it is an actual construct. Yeah, they still. So why do the aftershock then? If you think that that's a construct, why do the aftershock? I need one more. I just need one more to level up this Neeko. If we can level up the Neeko, we can potentially put some more damage into the opponent. We have Harsh Winds to protect stuff. That's not what we're looking for. Technically, I mean, that does help us, but it's not what we're looking for.
No holds. You, me.
Right? And I'm okay with this? Maybe we swap. I don't know. I don't have enough board space to actually swap. The dragon already attacked, so I think I'm fine with this. So if we let this go, right? So let's say that we let this go. It lets me play the Neeko again. And that gives me access to the Shapeshifter. Both of these guys put Portal into the deck. Oh, actually, I guess just one. So we can play this as a Shapeshifter. We already have the Fae. Yeah, so we can just play this as a Neeko. Which gives me the Shapeshifter. I'm down to play a Naka. Do we want to play a Naka is the question. So we could play a Naka and force the opponent to have a stun. Or similar. We have access to the shape splitter. You're gonna tag this out instead of tagging out the Neeko. Neeko. Oh, whoops. So we go like this. Force the opponent to have another stun or another recall or have the deny. Okay. So then the Neeko still levels up and we're still pushing a ton of damage, right? Because the Shapeshifter counts as 1. So we still get to push a ton of damage here, including an 8/8 elusive Neeko. The problem is going to be that the opponent's going to be leveling up this set here very quickly. But they have to block, right? So they're still taking 12 damage. Because they're not going to block with the set because it's going to level up. And we still have the Anaka in our hand.
You're gonna need a doctor.
They are going to block with the set. Okay. So if the opponent plays Karma, we can very nice. Opponent just committed a deny. Alright, they don't do it. The problem is the level up. The level up just kind of annoys us or does everything it wants. That's a great hit. That's a great hit.
Hey, mate.
That's a great hit. Do we just bury nice right now? I think we go wide. So I think we go wide with the glacial. Okay, well, that's the easiest very nice of my life, right? So now the opponent can still get the showstopper, right? But they're gonna have to spend some mana to do it, and they don't have enough for deny. They lose the karma. And then next turn we can just go Warden of the Tribes. So you get the showstopper, you get to, if you kill this, we can get the portals. We got the Glacial Saurian. So I need to play the Warden of the Tribes or play the Saurian, right? I need to go wide. The other option is to play Anaka. Why don't we start with the Precious Pet, right? That's perfect, because now we can choose whether we do Warden or the Saurian, right? Opponent knows that we have a Naka. So the opponent knows that we have the Anaka. This has the potential to join me something I can't play. If we go here, opponent needs to have another stun or a recall. If we go here, they could still have the stun or the recall. I think it's better to go like this. I think it's better to go Anaka. Force the, like, either way, if the opponent has the stun or the recall, they stop the Warden of the Tribes or the Anaka. We have access to the Elixir of Iron, which can... Oh! Alright.
My spirit is an unquenchable fire.
So, question here is it worth to sacrifice this guy? I think it is, right? I mean, at this point, it doesn't matter. Like, opponent, obviously, they have to block this here. Right? So they lose the first. They want to kill Anaka. So we know they have Sett, Karma. So they get to kill the Anaka here. If we Elixir of Iron the Anaka, she survives. We can Harsh Winds to stop the Sett, but we still lose to the... Opponent needs to spend 12 mana to level up that Sett though. But that's not true, right? Yeah, they do. They need to spend the 12 mana to level up that Sett. To get the Showstopper, sorry. I can Harsh Winds to stop them from killing Anaka. And I'm forcing them to have to spend the mana. I'm not even gonna do anything just yet.
Hey boss, check out the size of the crowd.
And all of them here to see you, of course.
Like, I'm kind of scared of doing anything here, but I guess, you know what? Let's just go for it. Let's just get the draw. Yeah, that's the Mystic. Can you spend the 12 mana to kill this whole board? I mean, if they did, the Mystic doesn't make sense. Now, if they have access to place your bets, I just lose, right? The question here is, which is the right play? Is it just going wide? Or is it going really big? Let's force him to have it. Let's force him to have it. This protects my units, and we get good blocks here. Let's force him to have another recall or another stun. Or have to have the way to burst speed get this guy trigger. That's one way to do it. I can tell you that much. The problem here is that the opponent can just obliterate this one. They kill this one. They get the Showstopper, so this gets obliterated. I need to have them trade. Randomly generated spell from Karma. We can also just not attack. But then the opponent has the Showstopper anyways. If I attack with this one and this one, opponent is trading. If I attack here, opponent blocks. He's only pushing 2 damage. Let's go like this for now, I guess. We're gonna be here a while. Opponent should just kill the Warden of the Tribes. Yeah, you just stop the Warden of the Tribes here, yeah. That's the problem. The Karma on the field means that the opponent just gets resources while we don't get anything. Still has the coins, so can get another Showstopper next turn really easily. I mean, we do have the deck hunters at least. And now we get the second Warden. That's not bad. I'm fine trading here. Yeah, so let's go deck hunter. Elusive could actually be interesting. I just need stuff that is cheap though, right? So I think I need to go wide rather than tall.
Hey, Meg, whip up anything special for tonight?
I call it.
So I just need cheap stuff. I just need cheap stuff here. Cheap. We have enough to play the Sealing and this, and that will still leave me with 3 mana, so we can go Sealing. Go ahead and go for your Showstopper. At this point, we can't stop the Showstopper, so I'm gonna let them do whatever they want. Ah, the draw, the draw. That finishes the game right here, I think. The draw just kind of finishes the game. We can go Warden. Okay, that's the 3rd Karma, actually. Wait, that's the 3rd Karma. Do we ever go Very Nice? That's their 3rd Karma that we just saw getting burnt. Do we ever go Very Nice? That's 6? Leaves me with no... I probably should have, to be honest. I probably should have, but I think I'm gonna commit to just going wide. I'm gonna commit to going wide and go with a second Warden. Opponent's gonna burn a card here and then can't draw. I guess they don't burn a card because they had that Obliterate. Let's go Omen Hawk. Let's go Warden. If you have the answer, you have the answer. Caustic Rift? Okay, no, it's gonna be here first. Aftershock. Alright, let's go here first. They can get the burst speed. They can definitely probably get this guy, right? They can probably get the Showstopper. This is their last Karma though, so they have to be careful. At least we can force them to trade. All of this hitting are lethal, right? So the opponent has to trade. They only have enough for 1 stun. So they have enough for Concussive Palm. They have to trade the rest. So at the very least, they're gonna lose Karma or Set, right? This is their last Karma if they block this way.
Let's throw down.
Oh, they just don't have the stun. What a what a stupid game this was. The deck hunters allowed me to kind of, you know, feel my board a little bit, and the Omen Hawk top deck was very good as well, right? But this game was kind of silly. This game was kind of silly. The fact that we won after turn 10 against a Karma Sett is all there is to know about this game. So GG's. In this match, we're going against Norra, Jhin, and Gnar. So Broadman, Control, and Brick Turrets that we have to worry about later. I love the Glacial Shore. I think it's actually one of the best cards in this deck. Everything else looks a little bit odd. The Cup is not bad though, because I need to have at least 1 unit on the field for the Saurian to like really count. Neeko in my hand is really nice. We can start with a Young Construct. Right? So we can start with a Young Construct here. Let's give it a few seconds so the opponent thinks that we're playing Neeko. Alright, now we play it. Now they're gonna think, oh, is that a Neeko? Oh no. Oh wow. I'm gonna attack with it anyways, right? So it doesn't matter. Yeah, let's just attack with it. Doesn't matter. I was hoping that the opponent would spend like removal on it, but they didn't bite, right? So they didn't bite. So I'm cool with this. We get the portal. We get the portal. We get the second construct. And we do the same thing. We just chill, 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 then play it. We go Combat Cook. I think I'm gonna leave Neeko for last. But it has another Conchologist, unfortunately for us. Yeah, the second Conchologist is not nice. Let's just go Combat Cook. At this point, opponent's not gonna get fooled by anything, right? Fearsome? I like the Fearsome. I don't think opponent has a lot of Fearsome blockers. Gives me that extra health compared to the Overwhelm. Unless they get a Fearsome blocker here, because of course they hit it right away, huh? Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't they, right? Why wouldn't they hit the Fearsome blocker Husk right away? That's crazy. Ideally, if this stays alive, we can play the Saurian. If he dies, it's gonna be a problem. Okay, I guess Poro Herder doesn't count. I need to play this before the opponent can kill the combat kick. Opponent gets the challenger. We'll go for the Saurian here. Get some nice stats.
Our performance begins.
They decide not to attack with the button.
Look on and the music swells.
That's a reptile, bird, spider, shapeshifter, right? So that's not bad. Reptile.
To have misplaced my self.
Let's go here. You know what? Let's keep it alive. Let's keep it alive and just push a ton of damage with it. That's two fearsome attackers. Opponent's not gonna have a great way to deal with them. Obviously, they have the pie toss here, right? So they have the pie toss for the combat cook. But I still like forcing the opponent to block, right? Okay, so that's fine. I was never attacking with the Omen Hawk. I still like this attack here. I guess attacking with the Omen Hawk would have been nice. It would have actually gotten me pretty close to my level up. I guess would have actually gotten me to my level up. The bird is the word. We have another portal coming in soon. Opponent has the challenger. We have another Neeko. Ideally, opponent waits to challenge. Nope, they do it right away. So because they do it right away, we have to probably go. So we'll go here. Now it's very obvious, right? It's very obvious what I have here. Right? It's super obvious what I have here. I'm just gonna, you know, straight up play it. You already know what I have, so if you have the answer, you have the answer, right? I'm gonna just play this here. I'm gonna play the fluffs, and that's gonna give me the bird that I need. So that's gonna give me the bird that I need to do what I need to do. Ooh, that powder kick is really nice, actually. And Norra levels up. Okay, that's a problem. That is a problem. We have the shape splitter. Right, so we have the shape splitter, so I'm not too scared just yet. The double fearsome opponent. I wanna force the opponent into blocking with this Jhin. The bad thing about this powder kick is that it's gonna get eaten up by the Lotus Trap. The Lotus Trap stuns this. Yeah, that doesn't work. Oh wait, no, he needed one more, right? Okay. We already attack with spiders, right? Yeah, we already attack with spiders. So let's just go like this. I just have to. I mean, the Riptide Rats is gonna be a problem next turn, right? So the Riptide Rats is gonna be a problem next turn. We're gonna have to rely on Very Nice into Warden to get us there. So obviously it's gonna be Riptide Rats next turn. Opponent has the Tenor. Okay. So you keep your Norra alive because you want to get the portals and see what you get. The Riptide Rats is the big deal here. Is the issue. Because as long as that Rats is on the field, like as long as, because the Rats is gonna be triggered by the Scrappy Bomb. But it has plenty of blockers. I guess if they go Rats here, we can still go Berry. That's such BS. Really? Alright. So Riptide Rats here. If he doesn't kill my whole board, we can go Very Nice into Warden next turn. Because there's a chance that the Neeko stays alive, right? Yeah, that's the Rats, right? So as long as at least as long as one of these units stays alive, the Warden is gonna be really scary for the opponent next time. And we kept two of them alive. So we kept two of them alive. So now we go very nice into Warden. And it still have enough for Shape Splitter if we need to stop like a Brahmin. So we go like this. Oh, what a BS, man. That's nice. That's nice. Okay, well, I guess I'll just play Neeko and Warden next turn, and that should be enough. Yeah, you'll get rid of it. Cool. Yeah, we'll just play the Neeko and play the Glacial, right? So the opponent still needs to have an elusive blocker or needs to have a Wallop, right? So they have the condensed combo. Oh, wait, we still keep that alive. So this Fluff stays alive anyways. I'm not gonna block if the opponent attacks, by the way, yeah, then we go like this. And this at 10-10 Neeko. Opponent's gonna have to have exactly... Like, the Brahmin is a problem, right? So Brahmin here into Wallop here. Gets in there. We could just go... Like, we have this amulet, right?
Just around the portal.
So... This allows them to block the Neeko. So I'm gonna go like this. And force the opponent to lose that Norra blocker. I have the Harsh Winds potentially. I want this Neeko to threaten lethal, right? If this was something else, yeah, this is the Wallop, as we expected. Opponent's gonna have to lose that Norra. It's crazy because they top deck that Wallop, right? Because why wouldn't they? They actually top deck that Wallop, and they're gonna have another Reds next turn. So they top deck the Wallop to save them. We still don't die to the Reds, right? We have Harsh Winds potentially, but the opponent has a prank, so I have to be careful. I probably cannot play this because the opponent could prank this. I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to just push damage to the Nexus, right? Which they will with this no matter what. If we block like this, block here. And then just go here. We take 4. I don't know why they're not using their pranks. If they have double Riptide Rats, I guess I get screwed over anyways. So if they have double Riptide Rats, I get screwed over no matter what, right? We could play the Glacial. So I like the Saurian. I like the Saurian over the Deck Hunter. I want to see the draw. I want to see the draw first. And there it is. Do you have the second Reds? Do you have the second Reds? And are you going to hit that Neeko more than anything else? They do have the second Reds. Just a little bit of a different type of Reds. So we go to 1. It's gonna be Warden. So we go down to 1. And it's gonna have to be Warden for the win, right? Unless the opponent has a Pie Toss here. Or has another Jhin in their hand. So let's go like this. That's 13. You have the second Wallop. Okay, that's another Norra. Alright, that doesn't do anything for you. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Are you kidding me? Are they gonna draw it? I'm just a bad player, I guess, guys. I'm just a bad player like that, huh? What a BS. What a... Oh, man, I can't even stop. I can't even be mad at that. GG's. In this match, we're gonna against Fizz. So Siren Song. Can we make our units big enough? I like this. It sucks not having the Neeko, right? I feel like sometimes I need to hard mulligan for the Neeko more. Because the Neeko, I think, is how I get a lot of value. But I like kind of like pre-leveling the Neeko. Oh, that's annoying. That's annoying because obviously it stops my attack, but it's fine. Let's just go wide and then go for the Deck Hunter. Or we can go like this and just make our units really big. I'm also cool with this. Force the Pel Cascade from the opponent if they want to.
Oh boy, here I go.
The problem is gonna be the opponent's gonna just... Yeah, you cannot attack. Okay. The problem is that the opponent's just gonna do whatever, right? So we'll attack like this. Get the buff in there. We'll have the harsh winds for later. Opponent goes for the Siren Song, and now is when the annoying part starts, right? They get quick attack as well. Do I want to draw? It's fine. I think I need to draw more than the opponent does. So if it means, yeah, there you go. They get the quick attack. We could potentially kill him right now, depending on what we get here. I need to play around the Pel Cascade though. I guess the Pel Cascade doesn't kill me, right? It has to be... No, yeah, because for some reason I forgot about the Forge, right? So we'll go like this and just kill this now. So I guess Haste Spike does it. Haste Spike does it. No Haste Spike, right? So we're looking for a couple things. For now, we don't need to kill their stuff, right? We're looking for the Warden. We're looking for the Warden. Or Neeko.
When tribe calls, a reply is proper.
That's not a bad draw. This is 3 sets. Yeah, this is not a bad draw. Maybe we go for the Frostcoat Mother. Maybe we go Frostcoat Mother and settle for like a big Overwhelm unit. Frank? Really? Okay. So we go for a big Overwhelm unit. Can give her the equipment and also set up the fluff, right? So we'll go like this. The opponent's just gonna wait, I guess. This is the Neeko. So Spider. So Cat, Weapon Master, Bird, Yato, Dog. Problem is that if I attack, I need all 5 of this, right? So I need all 5 of these subtypes to be able to actually get there. I can get rid of this bird. This is 7. This is 10. Hey, opponent stops me anyways. If we're gonna attack, we might as well just do it now. The problem is that if the opponent has all the value that they need, we have the Weapon Masters. So if we go like this, we can go Neeko and Combat Cook, and that gets us to 6. They have the Silence. God damn it! At least they still trade. Like, this still trades. This doesn't trade anymore, but at least this does. Opponent gets the coin. Getting that Silence out of the way now might actually be a plus side, because the opponent is not able to remove my blockers. Right? We can put this here to make this a fearsome blocker. And now we have blockers for 3 units, and we're only taking 10. If the opponent also has Solani, then, you know, they have it. Like, if they also have Solani on top of everything, then they have it, right? I can't really stop that. Okay. So they get rid of the cat, but that's okay because we have another cat here. So Cascade. I think we have to keep the Harsh Winds for Solani, right? So I think we have to just take this damage and say okay here. We can even play, like, we can even play the Anaka.
Not even I know what I'm cooking up.
Okay.
Started without me.
Cultist? I don't hate the Chief Knack attack. I don't hate the Chief Knack attack.
There's plenty of killing left.
Neeko is making her
You have the haste spike?
tribe now.
Okay. The problem here is if the opponent has access to... If the opponent has access to another Sunburst, right? So if the opponent has access to another Sunburst, then this is a problem. So I'm gonna go like this first and go for the Fluffs. I can not I cannot beat the Solani, but I can slow down the Solani. If they have the Sunburst, they have the Sunburst, right? To kill the Neeko. I think I have to be okay with that. We'll go like this. We'll leave the Naka for later. The cat, the dog. No, they're just gonna silence. That. Does that work? I guess it does, right? So I guess we just pass and then we just Harsh Winds. We let the Neeko die because I'm okay with that. We take 6 here. Ah, it's lethal, it's lethal, it's lethal. It's lethal because of the overwhelm, right? So I guess we'll just play the Anaka, yeah. So, especially, opponent just messed up, right? So, unless they have a second one, then they messed up. Because we'll just go like this. Let them kill the Neeko if they want to. I'll block everywhere else. And next time we just swing with everything. Yeah, unless you have a second one of those, it should be okay for us. Even if they have the second one, actually, it doesn't work. So then we'll play the Anaka and we should be okay. I guess let's just play this on one of these units. Yeah, sure. Let's play it on this one. We should be okay, right? Yeah, we just attack next turn and we get there. Unfortunately, like the double silence were kind of annoying, right? We could have probably just, you probably should have just leveled up that Neeko right away, but I don't mind taking out the silences, which is, again, the opponent using the silences to stop our attack and not to commit lethal to us ended up being a misplay on their part, so GG's. In this matchup, we're going against Teemo. So Teemo P&Z tells me, with Freljord, tells me that the opponent is playing, the opponent is most likely playing the Sump Landmark. We can go Omen Hawk. Just at least get my units to be bigger. That's cool. Attack with Teemo. Play the Deck Hunter. Start getting like a lot of value from this subtypes first. That's a nice draw. I always like the Saurian. If I get something cheap, that's better than getting something expensive here. That's not bad. But this is not bad either. Both of these are good options. I'm gonna pick the Silver Wing. and just assume that the opponent has enough to like stop like to kill one of them, but not both, right? So we can go Anura here. That makes this cheaper. We can go for the Glacial Saurian first if we need to. The problem is Teemo's gonna level up most likely. Yeah.
Have 3.
I've heard about you.
Let's pass. I don't want to put this into risk. The problem is that I need to be able to kill that Teemo, but Teemo's gonna level up right here.
A new species.
Yeah. So then we're gonna be down to double the shrooms. Yeah, there we go. And we can't do anything because we don't have the freeze. We don't have the freeze to kill the Teemo with. Should I draw now with the Saurian before it gets worse? Yeah, I think so. I think we draw with it now, knowing that the opponent is just gonna do their stuff, right? That's the Neeko. How close is the Neeko to leveling up? This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. 5. So we go here. Probably I will have to play her as a shapeshifter for her to be able to actually get there. We attack with the bird already. So bird, reptile. Bird, reptile, cat, spider, elites, right? And then a fae. Whew! This is hard. So we need spider, reptile, cat, elite. That's 4. Faye gets me to 5. We haven't attacked with the cat yet, so we can't replace her. So if we want to replace something, we gotta replace one of these guys. And it's too easy for them to have the answer here. It's way too easy for them to have the answer.
Does anyone want snack time?
I need to replace, I think I need to replace Anura.
Beauty shines where the heart dances.
Because that way if the opponent has a Mystic for one of these units, I still have enough to level up the Neeko. If they have a way to kill this Neeko, we just get screwed over anyways. They don't have it. So I guess we'll go like this then. I pull with the bird so that we can potentially threaten the Teemo. Even if the Teemo stays alive, we still have the Neeko as an elusive blocker. I didn't wanna replace the Saurian, even though it's probably better to have done that, because then it would have allowed me to play this next turn. Yeah, it probably was better to do it that way, right? So this is fine. Yeah, like the Teemo stays alive. But we at least have the Neeko as a blocker. The problem is I don't have a play for next turn now because we ended up getting rid of the Anura, right? Taking damage here.
Armed and ready. Fight, fight, fight!
You do remember that Neeko was elusive, right? Maybe they actually didn't. They probably didn't remember that the Neeko was elusive then? It's kind of weird. Yeah, I guess they didn't remember that Neeko was elusive. Let's protect the Neeko. Let's give this the +2 as well. And then we'll go for the Fluffs. And it's gonna give everything +1. Alright, so then it's gonna be a matter of, do we draw the shrooms before, like, does the opponent get the Karina before we get through their some few monuments? We'll go for this. It gives everything +1/+1 an impact, and then Neeko, when she attacks, is gonna give it +1/+1 again. Opponent decided to mess up, and he thought the Intune was 4 mana, so they just messed up. All right, I'll take it. We'll go here. Everything gets +1/+1 in impact, and I think I need to develop. I don't think I can afford to not develop. We'll attack with everything, and hopefully the amount of shrooms that the opponent draws here is enough to kill them. If they have a harsh winds, that's a problem. No, it's not a harsh winds. All right. So we need to. We have about double the amount of shrooms that we have cards, right? Yeah. So we're pretty much drawing 2 shrooms per draw. We should be okay compared to the opponent. I guess the opponent is also only drawing about a little bit less than 4 per draw. So he's drawing 4 per draw. I'm drawing 2 per draw. Technically, our average are more or less the same. Yeah, that's the 4. That's my 2. The problem is Karina. The problem is Karina and whatever else the opponent has here. Right? We're gonna have a lot more shrooms than the opponent. You know, I don't even care that this is gonna get overridden. I don't think I played the Anaka actually. I think at this point I'm pushing more damage, right? So we should be still drawing 2, and the opponent should still be drawing about 4. There's a good chance if the opponent doesn't draw a Mystic here, there's a good chance that this game goes to a tie game. Right? 3, 1. Alright. So I just have to play as if the opponent doesn't have. Like obviously the opponent's not gonna have it, right? Opponent doesn't have the Mystic. We're just gonna drop this down. Put as many shrooms as we can. Opponent has no Karina, has no Mystic, has nothing else. They didn't even block. Are you kidding me? I feel like you always block that. You have to at least reduce the amount of shrooms that you have. Unless you have the lethal here. Why not block? 7 shrooms. 30, 60, 90, 180, 270. Yeah, I mean, they should be drawing 7. They should be drawing 7. 18. And we draw the 2, and we get ourselves a tie game. I think opponents should have blocked. Like, if they chump block 3 of my units, right? They would have potentially survived, because it would have been a lot less shrooms that would have been on their deck. I mean, they ended up drawing 18, so probably they still probably had drawn 7 anyways, but still, like, GG's. In this match, we're gonna against Evelynn, Yuumi, and Kayle. I mean, obviously Siren's son, but I don't understand why people are playing Yuumi on such a list. I think all these cards are good, but too early, right? I think I want to be able to kind of go a little bit wider early on. We still don't get a great hand even after full mulliganing, so that kind of sucks. Let's go ahead and at least just push 2 damage here, because why not? The very nice could be nice. We don't have the Neeko though. We don't have the Neeko. We don't have any way to like buff our units. Deck Hunter maybe gives us something. Let's go here. Snoozle bottom. Bird. Dog. I'm gonna pick the Yodel because everything else we main deck in our deck. Right? Everything else we main deck. We know that the opponent's gonna just play their Siren song right here.
Oh, I forgot my pants again.
This at least lets me push 5 more damage, and also later on a Snoozle bottom could be really nice, because if we have the Warden of the Tribe, it's gonna be able to copy the stats over, right? Or the opponent just gets an elusive and it doesn't matter, right? So now the opponent's gonna have an elusive blocker, so It should still be okay, though. Should still be okay. Wait, that Nimble Sprout is a Fae, so actually I got double the amount by... I didn't consider the fact that that was going to be a Fae, right? So is this going to be just a big Evelynn? It might just be a big Evelynn, right? Yeah. So the Evelynn is going to be pushing 8 damage every turn, so I'm going to have to spend my freezes on the Evelynn over anything else. She's going to have Challenger next turn as well.
See what's beneath while I see what's inside.
Elusive Husk, huh? I don't think I get to turn 9. Yeah, I don't think I can get to turn 9. Let's go Combat Reel. I don't think the Overwhelm matters much.
Harder. Okay.
Oh, actually, the opponent has Impact too, so it's... No. One of the impacts goes away right here, right? Spell Shield. Alright, so... Yeah, one of the impact goes away right here. We'll go like this. We'll have the freezes for next turn. We got the Combat Reel. Just gotta aggro them down, I guess. The problem is that unless we top deck the Anura, we don't have the way to actually get this next turn, right? If I could play the Fluff next turn, I guess we could play it in our next attack. What am I talking about? We're at 5, so the opponent goes to 6, and then in our next attack will be at 7. So if the opponent gets the lifesteal, they're gonna just do this? So they want to be able to kill the Combat Cook? So they want to be able to kill the Combat Cook here. What if we just Entomb right now? What if we go like this? That stops the elusive next turn. And we don't have to worry about the Spell Shield unit. And he also keeps this guy alive to get buffed up by the Fluffs on our next turn. Opponent goes down to 5. And we're gonna have... If we top deck another unit, that's the ideal scenario. Spell Shield and the Spell Shield... Okay, an opponent even wasted the Spell Shield. So all I need to do is top deck another unit so that I could have the 5 impact triggers. Of course, opponent could still have access to a Hush, right? But at least we force him to have the Hush. And we top deck another unit. That's awesome. So we can go Construct, have Elixir of Irons as backups, and play the Fluff. Kayle? Do we take this damage from Kayle? Do we take the damage from Kayle? Why do it here? I guess they wanted to present lethal, huh?
Too much salt.
So we go like this. Next time play the Fluff. And... Oh, it doesn't give itself impact, does it? But I am wider than the opponent.
I ought to finish you off.
If the opponent gets... And of course, we get the Anura just a turn. Yeah, it has impact already, so it doesn't need to get... So this is exactly 5. Opponent will need to have a Hush. This is exactly 5. Opponent will need to have a Hush. We still have Harsh Winds to defend ourselves next turn. We have another Elixir of Iron, which protects us, but doesn't protect that. But the opponent still loses, right? This is 4, and then another damage here. The opponent's not wide enough to kill us, to block us. They will need to have a Haste Spike, and we still beat the Haste Spike because of the second Elixir of Iron. There you go. So this is lethal, right? This is 9. You have the third Haste Spike. That's the second one, right? So they will have to have a third Haste Spike. They don't have it. We push the lethal damage and we get there. And again, we still have Harsh Winds for next turn. Assuming that the opponent didn't high roll another... Assuming that the opponent wouldn't high roll another Spell Shield Husk, we would have been able to get there. So, GG's. Hey, welcome back everyone. Man, We saw it all. We saw it all in today's video, huh? We got to see a tie, right? By Shrooms. And we got to see a loss. That was their third conchologist, and it just happened to get them the freaking stun. I couldn't believe that. And not to mention that the attack before that, they actually also had top deck another stun. That was the luckiest set of like turns I ever seen. That was the luckiest conchologist hit that I have ever seen. Because there's not a lot of things there since Pokestick got rotated. There's not a lot of things there that will have actually been able to do that last damage to the Nexus. I really thought that we were going to be able to come back and win the game with 1 HP, but it was just not meant to be. The game didn't want me to win. So you got to see that tie, you got to see the loss, and you also got to see that super long win against Karma Sett. And, you know, again, it's RNG. Sometimes RNG happens, right? Just the way that the opponent got lucky getting everything that they needed on the Jhin Norra game, so did I, but the opponent never drawing their draw cards in that Karma Sett game. So that's just how it goes sometimes. But anyways, Neeko. Honestly, I really like Neeko. Compared to Porokin, even though Neeko is kind of similar, where it's all about like stat buffs, I think she's actually pretty cool, right? Because you kind of have to build like this more tribal deck, right, where you have to have a lot of like different tribe type of units, I guess different subtypes, that's the actual name for it, and you actually have to like attack with Neeko. Like, I don't know, I feel like, yes, it's kind of the same idea, right, where it's like more board heavy sentry, just a bunch of buffs, but you kind of play it a little bit differently with Neeko than you do for like a Porokin, where you just summon Poros, play your Poros next, and go from there. So that's why I think in a way I like Neeko a lot more than I like Porokin, even though they kind of have similar play style where you kind of just play for a big board presence and then having a really big board with the Fluffs or the Warden of the Tribes. So yeah, that's Neeko, right? This deck is pretty sure for what it needs to do. You have multiple ways to win, right? One way, you can have all the tribal units on the field, attack with them as you can to level up that Neeko, so that then Neeko starts buffing everything up, right? That's the cool way. That's the cool way that you want to win games. The other cool way that you want to do that is by playing the more subtypes that you play. Eventually, your Warden of the Tribes is going to come down, and it's going to easily buff your board by 6, 7, 8. Like, it's kind of crazy how easily you can get this Warden of the Tribes to at least be buffing your whole board by +6/+6. I don't think there's been a game where like I played Warden of the Tribes and he wasn't at least like giving everything +6/+6, because he also buffs himself. So you have this big overwhelm that comes down that the opponent has to deal with. It's an amazing game finisher, and I really like it. And the very nice, even though we only played one of it, puts a lot of work sometimes. Honestly, makes me think that sometimes playing two of it might actually be smart. The only downside is that we're not playing it the stairs. That's the only reason I don't want to play two of it. But it's a nice way to kind of slow down the opponent. As you saw, it almost got us the win against that Jhin player, but unfortunately it just wasn't meant to be. And he also can clutch against Karma Sett, right? Even though he ended up not being the reason that we won, but still came in clutch, allowing us to kind of buy some time to be able to get to where we need to be. But anyways, the ratios I think are correct here. We do have 3 Omenhawk and also have the triple Fluffs. You might think it's redundant to have 6 birds, but I do think this deck wants to be able to buff up your own units, right? Because you do want to kind of put a lot of pressure into the opponent. So the Omenhawk, the buffs from Darking Spear, like all of those, and the buffs from the Glacial Soria, which is actually one of the best cards in this deck. Like, all these buffs end up adding up. That's why we only played one Anura, because I mean, I think the Saurian is a better use of a red tile tag than playing the Frup. Yeah, it's nice to get the discount, but it doesn't really come online as often as you would like. So I think I like going more for the red tile here rather than going for the Anura and the Frup as the red tile. So yeah, so you kind of want to buff up your units early on with Spear and Omenhawk, and also with the Glacial on turn 5, and then slowly try to whittle the opponent down. Those buffs are really nice because they allow your units to survive or trade up against the opponent, which then allows you to have a big enough board to be able to play the Ferocious Fluffs or play the Warden of the Tribes to buff the rest of your board. We do have to play the Harshwinds and the 3 Sisters, so these freezes are important to be able to stop the Solani decks. It can be also be really nice if you do like bury, like the 5-mana spell, Tomb, right? The Lysandra spell. But you know what I'm talking about. It can also be nice to do that to stop Solani sometimes. it doesn't have to be necessarily the freeze, but the freeze is a really nice way to do it in a lot of situations, right? What else can I say? I mean, every selection here makes sense, right? Spiders, you have your cat here, you have your dog, you have your fae, you have your weapon master, reptile, birds, and then Neeko. Like, maybe there's a couple more that you can put in here. Like, maybe we can fit in some Yodels somewhere. I don't know. Like, I feel like the way that this ratio that Yato had works really well. Is the deck gonna be top tier? Not for now. Not while Siren Song is a thing, right? If Siren Song was not a thing and the games were a little bit slower, then I could see this potentially having a room in the meta. But as long as Siren Song is on the field, it kind of goes a little bit faster than what we want to do, right? Because we want to go to turn 9 so that we can play Warden of the Tribes, and it's really hard to do that when the opponent's just hitting us with a Solani on turn 7 or 8. That's already gonna be like a 16-16 or 18-18, right? So maybe once we see a Siren Song nerf, I could see this deck becoming really well. But for now, though, it's probably, in my opinion, the funnest Neeko deck. I mean, Neeko the Garen is kind of cute, but I think this is the way that you want to play Neeko and the way that Riot intended you to play Neeko. And I like it. I like it. So, yeah. Mulligan-wise, I guess that's the only thing I really haven't talked about much. Mulligan-wise, I definitely want to look for Neeko, right? And Armor Hawk. Those are really the two things that I'm looking for. So I don't mind mulliganing everything away to try to get Neeko and Armor Hawk. Too many times I have not had Neeko in my hand and been close enough to level her and regretted not having Neeko in my hand. So I like the Neeko, I like the Armor Hawk so that you can get those buff early. Everything else can go away. Obviously, if you're going against aggro, that's when you want to keep some of your early units. But otherwise, you can kick everything away and just go for this champion and this Wanderer to kind of get your game plan started. So, yeah. But anyways, hope you enjoyed today's games. If you did, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. You might not like me tomorrow when you see what video I'm posting tomorrow, but that's okay. Anyways, you can also find us on Twitch at Twitch until we stream every now and then. And you can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are above in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.